Hi, everyone. This is Janitor J. Oliver Maxwell. Have you started your day with a good affirmation? Have you decided to love yourself and then find a bunch of other people to love? Have you smiled in the mirror and made a decision that smiling and looking your best is so, so important? Have you stretched your body? Have you looked at something gorgeous? Have you decided to look on the positive side versus the alternative? Have you decided that every single thing you do, whatever it is, if you're making money, if you're going out and working on a tree, on a bush, on a flower, have you decided to maintain some of it and not give it all away? Have you decided to love a child, hug your family, tell someone else how good they are? Decided that whatever it is that you wish to become, you can. Whatever you vividly imagine and truly believe in will come to pass. So today we look at a beautiful video, and this video is simply said, a piece of land, as opposed to the Back Bay of Boston or Camden, Maine, or New York City, or Bergen County, New Jersey. It is simply Northern California at its best, very simply. We're going to go through this video and we're going to talk. And we're going just to make it very, very clear that sometimes in life we choose this for whatever reason. Maybe we want to write a book, maybe we want to prove something to ourselves. But we're going to start and we're going to do it in vivid color. So this is my beautiful piece of land, and for whatever reason, when I first started playing it, um, the the reality is I couldn't see or hear me in the background, but now I can. So right now, I planted maybe 500 olive trees. They were babies. I had no idea about wet soil or the weather conditions. And so without knowledge and without any kind of ability, I just dreamed. And in life, like in planting olive trees, one doesn't want to just plant and leave. One has to dig them deep, put in the right nutrients, sing to them, speak to them, and then hold them dear. I'm about ready to put in another 20. And Jay down the street said, Jan, I'm going to mentor them. I'm going to watch them on your behalf for the first year so I can teach you what you need to do. Bravo, bravo. And then I will have living olive trees, just like in life, just like in putting up my house. Everything needs to be done carefully, systematically, and with time and attention to the details. So I think that that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about life. We're talking about the details that go into everything you do, whether it's putting a willow tree in the ground, which is a whole lot easier. You can stick one of these in the ground and just stick it in maybe 6, 8 inches. And believe it or not, in less than a year, you're going to have a vibrant, big tree. Bravo. And so my mother and I did that, as you can see, not in one place, but in quite a few places, maybe 40, 50. And they all took. Conversely, the olive trees really took their time. Some of them worked. Many, many of them did not even live. And so here we are, just a testament to what life is all about. And I parlay that into a discussion of you, a discussion of how you raised yourself. I don't care if you're 20 today, 30 today, 40, but if you did it right, as my son says, and he is now a PhD, Mom, read this book. It takes mastering the art of knowing people. It takes mastering the art of communicating with people. It takes mastering the art of setting a plan, putting the plan in motion, and and being open to grow and collaborate with other people. As you can see, my gardener in the distance, It takes him every day being here, mentoring my property to make sure that it stays as vibrant and beautiful as it is. And so we progress. So again, back to the same questions. Have we done our manifestations today? Have we stretched or gone for a jog? Have you eaten some protein, whether it's cottage cheese or a hard-boiled egg? Have you had enough water to start the day that you can say to yourself, I am doing everything in my power to make life vibrant and real? Have you opened or started an investment account, whether it is a 403b or whether it's a simple S&P 500 account? Do you have an insurance policy? And do you want to watch it grow, just like this property? If I bought it when I did in 2000, signed the contract in 2005, finalized the contract when the house was finished, 2006. Had I sold it in 2008, the value of the property would have been half what I bought it for. But holding on to it and holding on not just for 10 years, but 20 years, the value has doubled, and I hope it will double even more. So anything that you choose to obtain, whether it's a bank account, if you just decide to hold it and keep it and invest in it long term, you will reap your benefits much more than if you buy something and then just quickly decide to let it go. Whether you're doing that because you need the money in other places, whether you haven't been frugal and you need the money because you can't pay the bills. Everything is a choice. As you can see, this olive tree, it has decided to take roots and fly. And I like that. And so every time I see an olive tree that is deciding to reach into the sky and giving itself reason to live, I love that. These willows have all been cut back because they were getting huge. And, were our chance to just put in regular willows into the ground, we could have done that, but it's always good to have a challenge. So the one thing that I'm going to say, I need to be out here painting this white fence. That's a project for this fall. At the first corner of my property, we stop and we make a statement. Whatever you truly want in life, believe in yourself. Don't let someone else tell you what you can and you can't do. So whether that means you take a piece of paper each day and you write on that piece of paper, this is what I want. And on this day, today is October 29th, this is what I want to accomplish, not what they want to accomplish. This is what I know I'm worth and the value of my worth. This is the book that I want to read this month, and this is what I want to get out of that book. I wish to become an architect or a nurse or an attorney, and this is why, and this is how I'm going to accomplish it. I'm going to cut back these weeds because I'm going to plant flowers, a vineyard. I'm going to put in a greenhouse. List these things. I want to be in the city. I don't want to be out here on a farm. I want to be surrounded with life. I want to be surrounded with people moving, jogging, invigorated by the city, by the noises, by everyone doing things, by commerce. I want to go to Europe. I want to live in the middle of the country. So it's your choice and one life. I want to have a family, and I want to do it in such a way that I can control where I want to be each and every day of my life. Make that decision. Because if you don't take on that clarity and you don't make yourself clear about your efforts, you will squander them and you will wake up and have no time, no opportunity. And that's the greatest pity, because we're given a beautiful life. We're born, we're given the opportunity to grow, to learn, to read, And then the adventure is just opened up in front of us. So I say, with that opportunity, take it and run with it and learn from whoever you wish to learn from. And never, ever, ever, as I said, allow someone else to stumble your dreams and your expectations of a better life, a better future, a better opportunity to grow. Um, because that's their reality and that's how they see life, not how you see it. When I look at this picture, I see the opportunity to put down some beautiful dirt so that I can enhance this ground, which is very, very dry. So bit by bit, I'll just put topsoil and make this walkway amenable to my wonderful, wonderful people that come join me here, whether it's peat moss or topsoil. I just see myself one little bag at a time, taking on this journey of change, which is what life is about, change, to enhance our day and enhance our life. But to me, this backdrop will take on a new significance. From this perspective, we will add a driveway and therein a building facing in this direction, so that I can close off the other side of this property, which is called Davis, and enter right here, which I think is phenomenal, right off this very rugged roadway. God bless Lake County, California. God bless the wild. God bless the rugged. There is absolutely zero cowboy in me. Absolutely zero cowboy in me. But there is someone aiming to create this architectural design and call it my own. And therein is the New Jersey girl, making sure that every step of the way, every part of this amazing journey, is done with a plan. So, if people say, what is your investment account? This, my friends, is my investment account. This is my investment account. And as we keep walking, I remember back to when I was honored with my mother walking this path with me. And we would be right about here, and she would say certain things, and then we would travel on, and the dinner was cooking, and we would decide the movie that we would watch. And oh, how beautiful memories are, and how they fill us with the grandeur of what this life really means. And it's those people willing to give us those moments and those shared opportunities to enrich our brains, our minds, our souls, our spirit, and walk these paths all the way. The pond that becomes in the winter, the pond with so much opportunity. Here it sits. Here it sits. Again, do not allow anyone to create your reality for you. Do not allow anyone to tell you what you can and what you cannot accomplish. For if you do, you become the puppet of that other individual. You do not become your own person. You do not allow yourself the opportunity to take on the beauty of this life. Whether it's just pulling a weed, you want to embrace your own reality. You want to embrace whatever it is that you choose to do. The anxieties of the day must be overcome. So I am blessed that I have 3 sons that are so uniquely different. One a musician, one an artist, and one a scientist. Who could have known as they danced in the kitchen when they were young? Who could have known, affected by every single day that they stepped out into this world, what they would be and who they would want to become? And I am blessed that they do it their way. My one son in Boston, my other son in Danville, and my 3rd son in Hayward, California. Sorry that this venture is so rugged, but the walk is. But I have taken it millions of times. And as we come upon this next fence, it is lined with goats and horses and more goats and more horses. God bless them, because they're given the roam of the back field. And there's nothing more beautiful than seeing animals freely roaming on the grounds. But as I round myself back, as we get back towards the front of the house, where I will share with you my trees that I planted, and my grapes that I dreamt of eating and growing and crushing, and the olives and the figs. It all brings me closer to the earth and the fruits of our labor. And I know that every step that we've taken to create this, every step was intentionally done and has made a huge difference in my life. All those trees, that whole clump of trees right there, brand new. Never was there. Amazing. Amazing. Truly amazing. And so I have hung on each of the walls of my very simple house the artistry of my mom, that in her last year, she just had it, that she just kept on painting and painting. And I would give her 5 by 7 foot canvases, and they are stretched over the walls of my house. Van Gogh at his best, my mom. I mean, she could have easily just painted a cow or a horse, but it was a country setting, or 2, or a boat, or something that reminded her of Maine. Actually, she did paint my house. That fence, that white fence, is quite new. Um, Sometimes in life, dividers are crucial and create the privacy um, that we need. The grapes, again, privacy. I think more leaves than fruit here. More leaves than fruit. What gorgeous leaves they are. And I think were I to utilize the skills that I was taught and prune them back, I would have been able to harvest more fruit in this area. But God willing, I wanted the leaves. So again, making your goals, saving your pennies, just like the pomegranate. It doesn't just happen. It needs to be nurtured. So the growth of a portfolio takes time. The growth of a pomegranate takes time. So choose to do that. If you take a trip to the Back Bay of Boston and you see that the cheapest one-bedroom condo is $800,000, you know that you need to save your pennies. If you come to Lake County and the cheapest property used to be 100,000 and now it's up to 3 and 400,000 and more, you know you need to save your pennies. And you can't start doing this when you're 40. You need to start doing this when you're 20. And the apple tree takes its time. And why some trees grow so amazingly fast, the willows, they're like weeds. And the mulberries are more finicky. But what do we want more than anything? We want independence, financial independence. Financial freedom. You know, even with the help, with such a big piece of land, every day, pruning is required, care is required, nurturing the ground is required. And so I wish you all a wonderful day. I wish you time in the garden, time to nurture the tomatoes, the fruits of your labor, your children. Learn, grow, inhabit your own space, again, whether it's the city or the country. And ring the bell. Choose to ring the bell and wake up to the realization. Wake up to the realization of starting today. Embrace your ability to save, to invest, to grow your power and your wealth. Have a lovely, lovely day. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a lovely, lovely day. J. Oliver Maxwell, Jana Tard, we are here for you. We are here with you.